So I have a genuine question, and hopefully I can get some genuine answers. This is not console war. This is not anti-Xbox. I have a legitimate question. I own an Xbox Series X. I've owned an original Xbox, an Xbox 360, an Xbox One, the VCR, and I liked it. And I have an Xbox Series X, and things have sort of taken a dive for me personally when it comes to Microsoft, their creativity, their first party. And now they're putting games on PlayStation, which, there's not much you can do about that. That's their strategy going forward. And there seems to be a wellspring of success when it comes to them putting their games on competing platforms, in particular the PlayStation 5. And Fallout, in particular, has seen a huge uptick in interest, in purchases, in players, as well as other Activision, Blizzard, King games, and Bethesda games. And those games have always traditionally done well on PlayStation, even before Microsoft purchased them. And those games usually were in the top 25 when it comes to interest in purchasing and players. And now they are again after Microsoft purchased them. So I get it. The taking credit for that goes to Microsoft because now they own them. There's nothing you can do about that. Whether or not you agree with that approach or not, that's the fact. But my question is this. If you own an Xbox Series X now, and you see these games going to PlayStation 5 and doing extremely well, which would signal to Microsoft that more games should go to PlayStation, and conceivably they do that, and next generation happens, a PlayStation 6 comes out, you know that everything Microsoft does internally with first party will probably go to PlayStation 6. And you also know that Sony will continue to create exclusive content on the PlayStation 6. How does that help the Xbox in terms of people purchasing it in the future? When you look at the purchases now, the Xbox is doing worse than the Xbox One. So Game Pass subscribers on console are limited. And if all of the content goes to PlayStation, that means that most people wouldn't buy a next Xbox other than the hardcore fans. And you'd conceivably have even less people buying the Xbox console, which means you'd have even less people buying into Game Pass. Then how does this success by putting these games on PlayStation actually help the Xbox console? Now, if you're interested in Microsoft's health as a company, if you're an investor, if you just like looking at numbers and saying, look how much money they're making, okay. But as a simple console gamer myself, buying a console, what is the pull for me to buy another Xbox? So my goal here isn't to, drive the narrative that Xbox is doomed. It's just a simple question. What is the incentive to purchase an Xbox as somebody who buys just a console to put underneath my television, play some games, and get excited about games that are coming specifically to that platform, taking advantage of the hardware, the biggest leap in technology ever. I think they said that about the next Xbox. So what is the incentive for me to purchase that other than a box that's going to have all of that and exclusive content? It's like going to a restaurant. You see two restaurants. One has the best steak ever and nothing else. And the other has the best steak ever and a bunch of other stuff for you to choose from. Why wouldn't you go to that restaurant versus the restaurant that just has the steak? And that's the position I feel like Microsoft's putting themselves in with the Xbox. And I feel like this success is something that, you can certainly point to and say that's a good thing. But ultimately, when you look at just selling a singular product and competing in a space, you've got to have something that differentiates it. I don't think achievements or friends lists or even Game Pass is enough, because that's not enough right now, and it hasn't been enough for a while. So why would it be enough in the future? It's a question that I have. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.